Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to RobMotive. Today I'm going to be installing the brackets and the rear shackles on the 2025 Tacoma. We're going to see if they go on the same way as they did on the 2024. I don't believe there's any difference except for one, and that is it came with these ARB towing or recovery points on the back. They're held on by two gigantic bolts, as you can see there. I'm going to remove these. Now, really, I suppose, one could leave these on because the brackets and the new shackles go right here, just to the left as you're looking at the back of the truck, on the passenger side of the tow or the lift point here. So I could put that bracket on right there. I could leave this on and have shackles and brackets, but to me that's too cluttered, it's too much. And secondly, I really don't dig the red up against the Terra color on the truck. To me it clashes. I think Toyota made a mistake here. They ought to have two colors, black and red, and black ought to be on the truck for this particular application because of the color, but hey, that's me. So I am going to remove those. I should just be able to take off those two bolts. There's nuts on the other side. Just to get rid of them for aesthetic purposes only. Again, you could have both. Now, the way these brackets here, so I'm going to try to do it the way the directions say to do it, and we'll see if indeed it works out. Okay, for this, these take a 7/8 Gigano socket. Let's try on the inside. Maybe pulling towards me will be a little better. Yeah, that's not working well either. So I'm going to have to put some real force on this, and I'm not doing it now because I don't want to slip off and injure myself on the truck. So let me grab a pair of gloves and maybe a hammer. Sometimes you just knock the end of the wrench and it'll break them free. We'll see. Okay, I'm ready to roll. I got a sledgehammer. I don't necessarily recommend doing it this way, but see what happens. Wow, that sucker is on there. And yes, I am doing it the right way. Hopefully it's not just turning on the other side. It might be. Wow. I think I'm going to have to put something on the other side. I think it might be rotating. I don't know. They surely did put it on there to stay. No, it was not rotating there. It is, it did a little there, but I'm going to be able to get it off. You guys get the idea. Sometimes drastic measures for bolts that are really tight. This is how you break your tools, by the way. Wow. Where there's a will, there's a way, baby. Haven't come across any bolt yet I couldn't get off. Might have broken a few, but all right, let's see. This is the hardest part of the job, I think. Oh, I didn't realize the nut is actually on this side. I didn't catch that. Huh. Oh well, what are you gonna do? That's the size of the nut, by the way. I should just pull off. Okay, that takes this off, and it is pretty substantial. It is labeled with an R for right, I guess. Now, is there room to get these Gigano bolts off? Yes. Okay. That's it. This is the bolt that holds those things on. Pretty substantial. Okay, it's all about leverage. I've already broken this one free, as you can see. Let's try this one. Use the tire to hold myself. It's all about leverage. Pretty easy when you're facing the right way, I guess. there you have it. Okay, we've got them on. You can see the two shiny bolts up there. Here's the bolts in the back. And then, I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not, but up there, yeah, there you go. You can see them. Those are the bolts from the back. Those are a pain. You can see the distance. You kind of have to reach your hand up in here. It's fun threading them. Took me about probably half an hour to do both sides. It's not bad. It just sandwiches this cross member here. And that's it. So now we're going to install the shackles on the back, and I am going to go with black as opposed to red, obviously, since I didn't dig the red ones. Time for the shackles, the whole point of doing this, right? We've got a red one on the left, you guys can see, and then we have a black one on the right. Now, as I've mentioned before, and as I did in the front, I don't think red goes well with this color, so we're not going to go red. Leave a comment down below. Am I making a mistake? Should I be using red? I'd be curious to know what you guys think. But I'm going to go ahead, get the black ones installed, and then I'll leave a picture at the end. Now, let me show you the front, because it is done, and we actually have it out here in the light where you can see it better. That's what the front looks like. I think it looks pretty darn sharp myself. Just something a little more, I guess, aggressive on the front of the truck. Not sure if I should have put the ends that stick out on the inside or the outside. I might switch those around. I'm talking about these ends here. I might actually switch them over here. I think maybe that would look better, because that's the way it's going to have to be on the back, because I can't clear, I could, but it'd be tight, the recovery point here. Plus, I don't want to block it. This way, it leaves it accessible, so if I ever needed the high lift jack back here for some reason, I wouldn't be blocking it with this end. Anyway, that is the shackle end, I guess. Both front and back are now done. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think of these things. I, again, much prefer these to the ARB version for two reasons. One, they're red, and two, they just kind of stick off the back of the truck. I don't really dig that look either. I think this is more aggressive, meaner, if you will. Anyway, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Which do you prefer? Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.